Welcome to our Yoga for Headache video. This is going to be really addressing tension that's maybe built up in the neck, the shoulders, and the upper back. So when we experience headaches, a lot of the time it can be from stress and built up tension and holding on to that tension. And in this practice we're going to try and let go of some of that tension and release and soften into the breath, into mindfulness. So make sure you're comfortable, maybe moving the flesh away from your sit bones so you're feeling grounded and connected. And if any pose feels too much or uncomfortable with your headache in this time period, just soften and don't go fully into the stretch. This can also be a great yoga flow for stress and just getting rid of some anxiety. A nice restorative flow. Start by breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Oftentimes when we are in pain or have tension in our bodies, we hold on to our breath and holding on to that pain. But right now we're inhaling, and on our exhale we're just letting go. We're softening, we're allowing. So inhale, adding in a little bit of shoulder movement. Shoulders come up towards the ears, and exhale. Nice and soft and gentle, especially if your shoulders are a little bit more tense right now. Just little circles. If that's too much, you can always do smaller circles. And we're moving with our breath, or you can even place your fingertips on your shoulders, and that's just preventing you from going a little bit too far. So just breathe here. Keeping the breath now to just the nose. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Exhale, hands come back to the knees. Breathe here. Bring the chin towards the chest. Feeling this stretch through the back of the neck. If you want a deeper stretch, gently placing the hands on the back of the head. And letting gravity, so we're not pushing down, we're just letting gravity add weight to deepen the stretch. Inhale, bring your head back up to center. Now we're going to take the right ear and we're going to bring it towards our right shoulder. We might go for a deeper stretch by placing the right arm down, the left arm down, and you can stay here, or you can use gravity again to go deeper into the stretch. Breathing here. As you inhale, maybe lengthen, making sure your posture is still nice and straight, and on your exhale, sinking into the pose to what you find comfortable. Chin comes down towards the chest, looking towards the shoulder. Exhale, release. Slowly sway the head over to the left ear. Making sure that right arm is extended, really feeling the stretch in the traps and right on the shoulder and neck here. Bringing the left hand to add a deeper stretch if you feel so inclined. exhale, bring your chin towards the chest, gaze is by the armpit. And exhale, release. Inhale, bring the chin back up. We're going to draw little circles with the chin, with the nose, making sure we're not hyperextending. Maybe making the circles a little bit bigger. Nice and slow. Inhale brings it up. Exhale, down. Back to center and switch directions, starting with little circles. Growing them a little bit bigger. And inhale, coming back to center. We're going to go into tabletop. So coming to your hands and your knees. A few cat-cows to just loosen up the back. On your exhale, we're going to look up. Sorry, on your inhale, you're going to look up. On your exhale, you're going to round, dropping the head. Stay here, breathe in our cat pose. Releasing the head. Inhale, coming back up into cow. Exhale. Find a couple more on your own breath. Moving nice and slow like you're moving through Jello. Whatever flavor you want. Your movements are fluid and not rigid. And finally, coming back to center, we're going to open up the knees and we're going to go into an extended child's pose. So knees are open and wide. So this helps to open up the hips. Slowly drop down. Extend the arms out. Maybe a block to rest your forehead. Otherwise, you're bringing the forehead towards the mat. And we're going to stay here for a little bit longer in our restorative pose. So just relax and sink into this pose. Close your eyes. Breathe and relax into this pose. Wiggling your toes and your fingers, bringing a little bit more life. On your next inhale, we're slowly going to come up into tabletop. And we're just going to rock a bit forwards and backwards. Keeping your knees wide still. and slowly making your way into staff pose. So your legs are going to come out in front of you, pointing the toes up, trying to keep your back nice and straight still. Feel free to grab a pillow or a mat, a rolled up mat or something to add a little bit of height into this pose. Jani Surasana, so head to knee pose. So for this one we're going to take our left sole of the foot and bring it over to the right thigh. We're going to make sure we're grounded. We're going to inhale, bring our hands up. Exhale, we're going to fold at the hips. Maybe we're bringing the knee up because we want to find a rest here with our forehead coming towards the knee. So as we start to fold, we're going to actually round the back and fold as much as we can. And see if you can reach your forehead to the knee. If not, just stay here and release with every exhale. Release any tension in the forehead. Release any tension in the neck. If you're feeling a throbbing, breathe into that. See if the pain changes at all. We're going to stay in this pose for a little bit longer. So make yourself comfortable as possible and allow the breath to be your main focus. Let any sounds come and go. Just as thoughts come into your mind, letting them go without putting too much focus on them at this point. Slowly bring the palms down to the earth and supporting yourself, round all the way back up to center. Breathe here. Take your left knee and bring it up so that the sole of the foot is planted, and we're going to actually bring it over our right foot, and we're going to come into a twist. So we're going to put our right hand down behind our back. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, and exhale for this twist. Ground down through your hips. And exhale, release. Shake out the feet. Put the sole of the right foot down. Coming into the other side now. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, fold over, bringing the knee up. And trying to connect your forehead to your knee. Staying in this pose. Trying to just focus on one sensation, that being the breath. If pain arises or gets intense, try just to breathe into that spot and then go back to focusing on the breath as it moves through your nose, down into your belly, how that extra pressure in your belly feels against your thigh or wherever your belly is connecting to. back up. The knee of the right foot comes over onto the left side of the left thigh. Put your left hand behind your back, and we're just going to find a twist over to the left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Coming back to center, we're going to roll over into our tabletop again, and we're slowly going to take a downward dog. So bringing one knee up at a time, slowly easing into this pose. Inversions, even though it seems counterintuitive because your head hurts, can actually increase the blood flow and actually help with headaches and relieving stress. So if it's too painful, come out of this pose into a child's pose, balasana, but otherwise try and sink into this pose. All 10 knuckles are pressing, all your knuckles pressing into the ground. Your heels actively reaching. This is an active pose, but we also want to find stillness and softening into it. Gaze is down behind towards the back. You can close your eyes if that helps. On your next inhale, look to the top of your mat and bend your knees and slowly walk your hands together, moving your feet inward so you're meeting in the middle of your mat in Uttanasana, forward fold. And we're going to hang out here. So let's get comfortable bending your knees to come into a nice restorative forward fold where the belly and chest are melting towards the thigh. The head is just completely relaxed. Maybe shaking it just slowly. No, yes. And finding stillness. Maybe your hands are behind your legs. Maybe they're out in front. Maybe you have a clasp. Whatever variation of this asana you take, really relax into it. Plant your hands, breathe in, exhale, step your legs back into that down dog shape. From here, we're going to slowly lower our knees. If it's comfortable, we're actually going to sit on our heels with our toes tucked. If this is not comfortable, you can always plant the tops of the feet down. All right. But finding a little stretch and a little bit of sensation in the feet can just alter where our focus is going. If we're too focused on our head and the pain, let's bring it to other areas of our body. Breathing here. Take your hands and clasp them behind your back. Inhale, look up gently, bring the shoulder blades down for a little stretch, a little back bend. And exhale, coming into our last child's pose this time, bringing the forehead to the mat. Maybe the hands stay out front, they can go behind, or you can take kind of shark fin, so bringing the palms up into prayer over your head. And staying here. Inhale, slowly coming up. And you can conclude your practice there. You can go into Shavasana, lying on your back. One thing I find that can be helpful is going to put your legs up on a wall, legs to wall pose, and that just brings the blood circulation around your upper body. It can also be too much, so you have to listen to your body and what it's telling you right now. Otherwise, we're going to just close our eyes, breathing in and out. And I hope you found a little bit more stillness in this practice, a little less tension. Feel where your body's at now. And if you're still feeling a lot of pain, just be self-loving to yourself, maybe going to taking some time off. So to doing a meditation, lying down in your bed, going to a dark room, whatever you know helps you in your body. Thank you for joining me. Today's practice was nice, slow, restorative, and our next practice will be creating a bit more heat. So bring your hands to your heart center, Anjali Mudra, and Namaste. Thank you for joining me.